And Happy New Year, everybody, from the Grappling Dads. How's it going, Kip?
It's going good.
What is your New Year resolution, Kipper?
Yeah, I don't make those.
Yeah, I don't either.
Fuck that.
I would make them if I had more willpower.
I have zero willpower. I think I've proven that on the show.
Yeah. You with your diet.
Yeah, that was
and your lack of Mountain Dew that you're drinking currently.
Actually,
two of them. You're actually drinking more Mountain Dew than you were when we started.
Actually, I'm not. I haven't had any, so I grabbed two. There's 2 for $3. What do you want from me? It's a good deal.
It's funny because every time it's kind of like drinking, right? So when I get like stupid drunk, which
you did recently.
Recently,
you played a game that I think you even.
Oh no, that wasn't stupid drunk. That
you
was just that was mildly inebriated compared to what I'm actually talking about.
Oh, okay.
You know this drunk where you're you're throwing up and it doesn't help.
Oh, that's the worst, and it keeps spinning.
Yeah,
that's horrible.
It's bad when you force yourself to puke.
Doesn't help.
Hoping that it will help to get the evil out, and it does nothing. You're like, oh, I'm really screwed. It's poison now. This is literally poison.
I'm dying.
Yeah. So those days where you're like, I'm never drinking again.
Yeah, I had one of those days. I haven't drank since.
I swear to everything holy.
Not heavily.
Really?
Yeah.
No. I was going to say, you haven't drank since, so what's that shit that I give you, Ben?
I said heavily. I pour that shit down the drain. You turn around, I'm like, and down the drain.
I sip on it until you're not paying attention, and that's expensive shit. Don't do that.
I just let it hit my lips, and I pour it back in the cup.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God, that's awful. But I'm getting at, I'm much like that when it comes to candy and anything sugary.
Oh, I have candy, too.
You do have candy. Don't munch on those on the show because that'll sound retarded.
Oh, I'm doing it.
It'll be awful.
I'll mute myself.
But yeah, I just can't do it. So, much like my lies to myself about I'll never do that again. I do.
It's happening again.
It's going to happen again.
I'm pretty good. I mean, it's been, I want to say, at least 8 years.
Whoa.
Since I've been, trashed.
That's legitimately impressive. I don't remember the last time I got drunk. It wasn't 8 years ago. That's for damn sure.
No, it was within the last year.
Me?
Yeah, you were sleeping in the front yard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't this year, though. Happy
Fuck
New Year,
you,
everybody.
It's 2 days in, asshole. What a douchebag. Semantics, you asshole.
Yeah, got well semantics, hey.
Yeah,
Curler knows that I like those semantics. As we argue
I think Curler hates you more and more every time you talk. Well, pretty sure.
Because I'm always right. What are you getting at?
Maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that guy. Haven't talked to him in a while.
No?
No. He just wished me Happy
New Year.
New Year.
Obviously.
And bounced. But he talks to both of us, which is usually you because I'm at work.
True.
I do, I have to talk to people, so you can't just ignore them in text. I got caught texting my daughter today.
Oh, no.
They're like, there's a customer in here.
Yeah, I have very minimal time as well.
Yeah, with your button pushing and moving of product.
Load, check, push button. Load, check, push button.
It's almost poetic.
It is.
To death.
You get a good beat going. It's awesome.
Suck my life.
True.
Suck my life.
But yeah, I mean, I would definitely do New Year's resolutions if I had any semblance of willpower at all.
Well, I just know I'm going to fail.
Yeah, and I don't want to be a failure.
I'm good with it.
Yeah.
I think my BJJ career has shown that.
Yeah. So there's this book I've talked about before called Extreme Ownership by Jocko Willink.
Yes.
And
you love that book.
Dude, it's a good book.
Actually, it was on the bestseller list, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah. But I took it wrong. So they're in the book, he's talking about how you should own everything in your life. So if something's kind of shitty, own that. Even if it happens to you, just take ownership of here's how I'm going to deal with it. That way you're not blaming other people for your problems.
Seems like a better person than me.
Oh, for sure, it's good stuff. But I own the fact that I don't have any goddamn ownership or willpower.
I own the fact that I have no ownership of shit.
See, Jocko, you got to. You win. I own it. I'm always going to suck at dieting, so I just won't try.
You're better at
try.
Try. More good words. You want to know the funny part about this show? Is I don't hear as many fuck-ups with me, or you for that matter, than we have in our normal lives. I was talking to my wife tonight. She couldn't even understand what I was talking about.
Really?
She just looks at me and she goes, What are you talking about? I don't know.
Do you ever get in the mode where you hope that your brain catches up to
Oh my
what you want
God,
to
yeah.
talk about?
Yeah, you're talking and talking. You're like, come on, come around, catch up. Nope, not there.
Occasionally,
Still babbling.
Occasionally, I'll start to try to work out my sentence in my head before I start. Then I'm like, no, I'm just going to start and see where it goes. Like, I'll get there. And then you don't, and you just fall hard.
Yeah, that's my life. I fucking, dude, I just start talking. Like, I don't like that whole semblance of having a thought process. No, it's what's in my head comes out.
Yeah, true.
Only problem is the person in my head talking
Doesn't know what the hell they're talking about.
He's an idiot. He forgets words.
Yeah, my favorite thing is reading a book that I don't quite understand and then try to explain it to somebody else like I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you've had me in that position before.
That's my jam.
Yeah, it's a good one. Mine is starting stories right in the fucking middle and expecting everyone that's involved in this conversation to realize what I was talking about at the beginning
Just
that I
catch
never
on.
gave you.
Yeah, our verbal jiu-jitsu is lacking tremendously.
It's a chess game, you and I.
This is true. This is true.
And we're both playing checkers. Oh, shit.
They're not even good at it.
That's not good. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. Yeah, we're stupid.
I'm actually at the point in checkers where my 8-year-old daughter is about better than me already.
Well, she's so damn analytical. I could see her just ripping you to shreds in that game.
Yeah. I remember the first time she beat me at the game memory. Like, I used to just not really try, and then I'm like, all right, I'm just losing all the time. I got to give it something.
Well, yeah.
So by the time I started to try, it was too late. Like, I've been left in the dust. So the same thing is happening with checkers. Like, she'll mess up and I'll just point it out. I'm like, hey, look at the board again. What can you do? And I'll just do that.
Yeah.
But then she'll see it. She's like, oh, okay. Well, then it got to the point where if I did that just a couple of times, I'm not beating her anymore.
Yeah.
So now I say nothing, and maybe I'll win.
At a child's game. Oh, my God.
Can't wait to teach her chess. I'm like, all right, this is going to be fun. Oh, well, we'll get there.
You had a good idea for a chessboard that had jiu-jitsu belt rankings on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Turned out somebody already did that.
I think there's like a multiple, too. I found other ones. I'm like, well, it was a really good idea when we didn't realize it was someone else's.
Yeah, I thought about stuff I wanted. I'm like, oh, that'd be a great idea. I should invent that. Done already.
Yeah, well, it looked cool.
Yeah,
Your idea was great
yeah.
for someone else a while ago.
Exactly. as they tend to go.
Yeah, son of a bitch.
Hey, nobody has a jiu-jitsu podcast. We should do one of those. Oh, there's 1,000 of them. Ours is the best.
Well,
second best after, Ryan Ford, but whatever. Who's counting that one?
That dude's pretty awesome.
He's pretty awesome.
I listened to, today, actually.
Nice.
I was listening to that. He's good, man. He interviews really well.
Yep, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's got that business on lockdown.
He is not nearly as funny as us, though.
No, he's way serious. He's like
he's
the
all
opposite
like
of us.
serious and makes sense.
Yeah, if you actually want to learn stuff, for sure, listen to him.
Grappling Central.
Yeah. If you like the morning show of jiu-jitsu, listen to us.
yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
We are not bright.
No, we try hard though. Got to give us that.
We do try hard. We are dedicated to this shit.
As we just talked about, having no willpower and not trying.
But we try hard on this.
That's true. I do.
We really do. Oh, I don't? So it's just you son of a bitch?
Yes, it's just me. You just sit there with the computer.
Damn it.
Yes.
It's pretty accurate.
Yeah, that's right.
I say accurate a lot.
Well, apparently I say ergo.
You say ergo a shit ton.
Yeah, your wife was giving me mad shit about that.
Well, I went to go
really
make a montage, and there was too much material. It's like, wow, it's a lot of ergos.
Yeah, between your anyway and my ergos, we could have one hell of a montage.
Yeah, you know why I say anyway to you, though?
Because you don't know what else to say?
Kinda.
Yeah, because that's what you say.
Yeah.
You say that like I say ergo. And
but
hitherto.
And your ergo is a good lead into what you're going to do. Mine is almost a cutoff for you. Who was it? That was a listener told me that they're like, do you realize why you do that? I'm like, no, because it's my word. When I'm thinking, well, you kind of do it to cut Paul off. I kind of.
Was he saying that like in a mean way, or
no? Like when we need to change a subject, and there's not a smooth way to do it because you're talking.
Because I've bit off more than I could chew.
Yeah, like you're still talking about the last subject. I'm like, dude, like you and I listen to it. Everyone should listen because it literally it'll be like,
I get it.
I get it.
Paul doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. He's in deep water.
So when he's in deep water,
He's
Kip
like, oh.
saves him with anyways.
Change the subject. Anyway.
Oh, that's so awesome. Like when I want to segue, I'll be like, anyway. Whatever.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Well, you're the star.
Yeah.
So I'm just here to press buttons.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Keep pressing those buttons, kid.
Yeah, I'm going to. I have to hit it twice so far.
Nice.
Doing well. All right,
So
what's our first topic?
No, I was still talking about like New Year's resolutions.
Oh, we're
resolutions and shit.
Resolution?
I'm getting there.
That's a slurred word.
I got a game. Speaking of being drunk and New Year's, called Cool Cats and Ass Hats.
Okay.
So our neighbors came over and gifted us the game. It was for Christmas, but it was New Year's, closer to New Year's. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So we get this game out and we start looking at the rules and how to play, and we're all going, yeah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that either, because the loser has to do something ridiculous, and it'd be like, take your shoe and throw it outside, or take somebody's shoe and chuck it outside. I'm like, no,
that'll just piss me off.
Yeah. So we're talking about how we need to be significantly more inebriated to play half these cards.
Yes.
Yeah. Funny enough, about an hour in, I'm thinking, where's my shoe?
I'll throw this shit right now.
Chuck this bitch.
All it takes is a little alcoholic courage.
Exactly. But not too much.
No. Because then it just all turns into a mess.
This is true. So our good buddy Nick.
Oh, God.
Oh, yes. The one that's going to take over the show for you eventually.
Yeah, no problem.
He went to a grappling tournament for his son. His son is a JV wrestler. Much like his old man. Highly touted. Much like his old man.
Highly touted 25 years later.
Exactly.
It's in the genes.
It's in the genes.
Did he hand down his singlet?
He did. Here's
my singlet.
In a golden box. Enjoy that.
With my earmuffs of wonderment.
I won 25% of my tournaments in this.
I only entered 4. I won 1. No one else showed up in my weight class.
So his son won them all, by the way, this weekend. So good for him. That was awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Killer.
His son was disappointed in one win because, he was telling his dad he just fell over Dad. So like we were talking about, I think it was on episode 28.
Yeah,
about
I think
how
so.
some people just flop over.
Yeah.
They like have no control over their body.
What do you call him? Tipsy or
Tippy?
Tippy. That was
so
it.
apparently his son ran into the tippy guy in wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's like he fell over for me and I didn't have to try. And then he almost just put himself on his back and I didn't have to put much effort into pinning this guy. So he had one of those, but I just thought it was
never feel good.
No,
dude.
I thought it was funny that we just talked about those tippy guys that just don't seem to understand the whole.
How old's Nick's son?
You would ask me that. 13, 15,
okay,
11,
so, yeah.
somewhere between 11 and 15.
Wow, that's
somewhere
pretty
between
big age range.
That's somewhere between helpful and useless. I realize
closer to useless.
Closer to useless. Teenage, preteen. I think he's 15.
He might be in middle school or high school. I don't know.
I want to say he's 15.
If he's hitting up tournaments, he's probably in high school.
Yeah.
I think.
Yep. So anyway, he talked to a guy there that is a police officer.
Oh,
that does self-defense and jiu-jitsu.
Oh, cool.
So not only did he give us a shout-out for the show, but he got kind of an opinion on police officers and jiu-jitsu and how we were talking about...
They need to be trained in it.
They need to be trained in it.
Hell yeah.
And he goes, he agreed a little bit.
A little?
That's what I said. So I'm like, I'm confused.
Who is this guy?
So...
We're really smart.
Well...
Did no one tell him this?
So one would think.
Come on, Nick.
So we weren't totally off either. So he goes, you need to learn that because if something happens, you should absolutely know that stuff, but not for the reasons that we were giving. So we were giving, you'd have to shoot a lot less people.
That's not,
in our opinion. Well, kind of. That wasn't our whole point.
No.
But for the sake of this argument and getting through this story, I think
we did say that.
I think people would be safer if cops knew how to grapple and control a situation like that, so they felt like they could actually win a fight. He's saying you don't ever want to touch anybody, ever.
Yeah.
So if it comes down to shooting somebody or grappling with them, it's safer for everybody involved if you shoot the perpetrator. It just is. Because if you lose, because anybody, to his point, anybody can get a lucky punch in. I don't care what kind of fighter you are or what kind of grappler.
For sure.
If they just clip you in the right way or you're not prepared or something happens off.
Oh, yeah.
Now there's a gun on the scene, whether there was or not before you showed up. So you cannot put yourself in that kind of situation. So, yeah, the answer is yes and no, basically, on that. So definitely yes, but not for all the reasons people think or the reasons that I thought.
Yeah, I saw it more as if they happen to get into a tussle.
Yeah, and that for sure. No, I agree with that.
Because that's what you'll see is on the videos, because, everything's,
Everything's YouTube nowadays.
Yeah, everything's YouTube, and every single interaction's on there. So, it's not just this small percentage that I'm watching of police interactions.
No, it's a lot of them.
No, it's all of them.
Well,
but
typically, nobody wants to shoot anybody. So, I wouldn't. God, it'd be tough, man. I couldn't be a cop. I couldn't make those choices every day. I couldn't make those kind of decisions.
No.
So, yeah, mad props to any police officers out there. And we're just, couch quarterbacking it.
Monday morning quarterback.
Yes.
You just mix up two terms. Anyways,
Just
moving on. And
subsequential?
You're like, subsequential? No, that's not a word. So, I'm still playing with our toy. We should have that coming up pretty soon. You guys get to hear some sweet, sweet drops.
True.
It's going to be fun.
Oh, he did talk about the using pressure points for the self-defense.
Yeah.
So I started laughing, and he's like, no, he already gets it because he does the whole self-defense thing. So, of course, he learned the pressure points as a cop.
Yeah.
Because those work really, really well when somebody's compliant. But as soon as they're not compliant, they are 0% effective.
Yeah. How are you going to find that pressure point? Because they're very small.
Well, you can find them. They're all over. It's just that they don't matter anymore. They just don't matter. They're not a thing.
No.
Yeah. You can push behind my ear all you want. If I'm fighting you, it doesn't do a thing.
Yeah, I'm going to be pissed. Did you see the video where it was, I got to post it. It was how self-defense really is, the reality, and then how you think it's going to look. So you train. It's all slow.
Expectations versus reality.
That's it.
Much like our podcast video. Me might just posted to Instagram.
Yes. Wonderful.
Yeah.
I love it. And it's literally hilarious because every single one of them is just the guy getting bum rushed and stabbed a bunch.
Oh, yeah. With the knife fighting. Expectation versus reality. Okay, I'm going to come at you like this, and you will do this move.
And this.
Yeah.
And he goes to do it. He does the expectation. Yep. He does it.
And it looks cool.
It looks really cool. Then it flips, and the guy just runs into him and starts stabbing him.
This is like,
this is the best video ever.
I don't know what to do anymore.
And then one of them, he slams him into a wall.
He kind of beats the shit out of the kid, doesn't he?
It does. It's freaking hilarious.
Well, not only that, it's if I'm thinking of the same video, it's like a 250-pound guy who's bum rushing like a 160-pound boy.
Yes. And it's just freaking hilarious.
Yeah. It's like, that's not going to work.
It was a good video.
I liked
it. It was good.
We watched a video today about an old man versus a young dude.
That was funny.
Oh, man.
That old man was asking for it.
Oh, he was? He wanted to fight so bad. The young guy's like, no, I don't want to hurt an old man.
I don't want to hurt you.
And,
old man was really pulling for it.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, the young kid could have just walked away. Like, he didn't need to get involved in the fight.
What's true of a lot of that, though, is your pride's at keeping you there enough because he's talking shit to you. But how'd that end for the old man again?
A neon throat.
Yeah, neon throat. You don't hear neon throat very often.
No, you do not. I think it might be a move. I don't know. Curler, the dads at grapplingdads.com. You could let us know if that's like a submission that you can use in a tournament.
Yeah, can you put neon throat?
I'd be very interested to see if neon throat is.
I'd also like to see how you would actually accomplish neon throat.
Yep. So it started off with rape choke. So the when it finally went to the ground, which is the stuff that we are interested in.
Yes.
The guy sat on the old man and rape choked him, and the old man is trying to talk while being choked,
which is always going well.
So he's got the beaker voice going on because he's
in there. He's like, "Fuck you, kid! As soon as you're done choking the shit out of me, I'm gonna come at you again."
Like, no, you don't want to say that when you're losing a fight.
Did you see how this ended up the first time, sir?
Yeah, yeah. You can't be getting your ass kicked currently
and talking shit for the future. Not usually the best plan.
And the kid, to his credit, is is not beating the shit out of the old
No,
man.
he's basically just showing them, like,
Yeah.
you can't get me.
And he's telling
Over and over again.
will you stop if I let you up,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
You know, in not so many words. Like, are you done? Like, this is
Yeah.
stupid, and I don't like doing this. Please be done.
This is not what I was planning on today.
I don't feel good about myself beating up an old-ass man.
Yes.
So can we just walk our separate ways? And the guy's like, I will come back every day, as he's getting his ass kicked. Like, are you sure you want to get that kind of ass beating
yeah,
every
no,
day?
this seems redundant for you.
Doesn't look fun. Like, I've been choked a lot, but I've never had somebody's knee in my throat.
No.
No. Like, even if it's a move, like, people go, I'm not going to pass on that one.
Yeah,
I'm just not.
I don't want to even learn that one.
I would rather lose than tap somebody out with a knee on throat.
Yes.
I wouldn't sleep well at night. I don't know.
It seems a little bit low.
To be fair, I feel a little bit of the same way wrist locking people. Like, I have a hard time falling asleep the night that I wrist lock somebody.
You still do it, though. Yeah, that got you, didn't it?
I'm a closet wrist lock fan now,
You
and I hate
are,
myself.
aren't you?
My self-loathing, all new high.
See, I don't use wrist locks because I'm still just a white belt. So,
What did you say? Just a white belt?
yeah, that's
kid?
my saying now. I love
Boy,
it.
look at you just embracing it, not being a little
fuck
bitch.
it. I'm gonna be a white belt forever, so I might as well fucking embrace this
Yes,
shit.
you should.
Yeah, that's probably true. And I'll see a wrist lock opportunity. I just don't do it. I don't know why. I should.
Well, you got to be careful because you'll fuck
I don't want to
somebody
hurt
up.
somebody.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
just it. Yeah.
A lot of reasons. That's why I don't attack legs as hard as I could.
Yeah.
Because I get in the right position, I'm like, I just can't be this much of a dick.
Yeah. The only thing I'll go for is a straight ankle lock. I do not heel hook shit. I won't even get in the position.
No, I don't really go for heel hooks. I see them, but I don't do them. That was loud.
That was loud. I tried to
That was
avoid
loud.
that
Yeah,
mic
you
too.
did. You know I'm the sick one, right?
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Not cough.
Yeah, true.
I do. All right. You're just gonna stare at me awkwardly.
Yeah.
Because that goes over really well on a podcast.
It wasn't that. I was trying to think what I was gonna say next.
Yeah, you got nothing. You should just move on.
Yeah. we have a nice. It's not an email, but it's a Facebook text letter.
It's a freaking reply to the video,
Yes,
dude.
to the old man video.
Yeah.
And I like it. I'm gonna read it.
You should read it.
It's from Steve, the music director of the Grappling Dads podcast.
Yeah, that's your new title, Steve. We forgot to let you know that not only are you a fan, but you're a member.
Yeah, the music director.
Yes, music director.
Yeah, much like in a church. No.
I'm pretty sure Steve would burst into flames.
So after the video of old man getting his ass whipped by a young person by rape choke / knee on throat, goes, I worked with a guy that was 15 years my junior, and he used to fuck with me about being older by calling me old man and the like. We would go back and forth quite a bit, to the point of idle threats, all in good fun. I used to tell him, one of two things is going to happen. You're either going to beat up an old man, or you're going to get your ass kicked by an old man.
Winner, winner.
And neither of which will look good. With me knowing jiu-jitsu, we know which it would have been. But, regardless. Point being, the dumbass in the video looks very fucking stupid.
That was my favorite part of it. Needless to say, the stupid person looked really fucking stupid.
I don't think I've ever seen a YouTube fight where I went, yeah, that's legit. He should have hit him.
I have.
Really? When?
Yeah, there's one. I'll have to try to find it. There was one.
Oh, no. I guess I have seen a couple, point of fact. But
there was a guy that literally was standing there with his girlfriend behind him, just standing there. And this guy just walks up and tries to cold cock his wife or girlfriend or whatever she was. And this guy just lays him out. Didn't ask a question, didn't talk shit. Bow. Guy hit the ground. I'm like, deserved it. And it was bad. Like, he face planted the whole notch. It was a pretty good punch.
Nice. I guess, there was that kid video I showed you of something about a kid's shoes, and he started rape choking the other kid, saying, I never back down.
Yeah, that was
in his high-pitched
awesome.
voice. And the kid goes, bitch.
He was like, do you really want to do this over shoes? And he like pushes him, then he freaking hip tosses him, and you broke me.
He not only did he hip toss him, but he landed his entire weight on his ribs.
Like he should.
It was a beautiful throw. But that was appropriate, I suppose.
I think so. And the kids, because the kid didn't want to fight him.
Right.
He was like, fine, you're going to come at me and rape choke me.
Yeah.
I'm going to land on you after this. And the kid's face in that one was priceless because he was so confused why it hurt.
Yeah, he didn't get what happened.
No, he just kept touching his ribs going, oh.
I think I'm permanently broken.
But really good.
Typically, the fights go something like, my ego is bigger than yours. Nuh-uh, watch this.
No, you should watch the ones that are in Russia.
Yeah?
Those are the best because
Isn't that the
it's
gang
just...
fights with like two piles of people on each side with like white shirts and black shirts on? Or
No,
shirts
that's different.
Shirts and skins.
Shirts and skins beating the shit out of each other in a random street. Anyways, I say it all the time. It's the ones where it's almost always in Russia or somewhere in that area. That one guy just walks in, pissed off as hell, and knocks out like 4 people that don't even want to fight him. They're just standing, whack, down to the floor, whack, down to the floor. Guy holds out his hand like, what are you doing? Whack, knocks him out and puts him on the floor.
Oh.
There's a bunch of them out there. It's like, what the hell's wrong with you?
That's terrible. And why would you just sit there and get hit? Like, you know what he's doing.
Well,
like,
yeah,
why be the next guy?
It's by like the third guy. They're like trying to put their hands up like, what the hell are you hitting people for?
I like when people just put their hands up like a board, but they don't
Oh, yeah, you're
move,
literally...
duck,
No, and those hands,
dodge.
they're going to punch around that.
Yeah.
Just by nature.
So what we're getting at, people, is for the love of everything holy, do a self-defense class. Just a little bit. You know,
Not
just
everyone. Not everyone, because I like the videos.
Not yet.
So I'm just saying, all the intelligent people out there.
Not the bullies, not the people that want to hit people, but, you know, man, if you have wife, kids, and you can't defend them at all, dude, just join a class.
Just one.
Just one.
We're trying to convince your wife of doing that.
Black Lion's a place to go.
Black Lion's a great place to go because they have women classes ran by Morgan.
I like it because it's self-defense oriented.
The whole system is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't even get your next belt level without knowing all the self-defense basics.
Exactly, which I think is great. Well, I'm all about the comp stuff too, but I think it should be at least secondhand to self-defense.
I think so. Jiu-jitsu at its core, as I've said many times, is a self-defense.
Yeah.
So
that being said, there's this big argument: self-defense jiu-jitsu versus competition jiu-jitsu. In my humble opinion, if you're winning tournaments at any level, your self-defense is probably going to be a lot better than nothing. I mean, like, exponentially better than nothing.
Yeah, but they don't have guns and knives in those competitions.
Let's be honest. If somebody's coming at you with a gun or a knife and you know self-defense, you're going to get stabbed and shot. It might be like a die less often scenario.
Yes, we'll go with that. Shot less often.
Like you have a 1% chance of surviving where you had a 0 before. Sweet.
No, we'll go up to 3.
You think
3%,
so?
I think so.
I would like feedback on this, like because you know, basically, you know, your reality versus expectations video with the knife stuff. Like if somebody's just coming at you and charging, like, I don't know, man, it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me with the self-defense stuff.
Yeah.
That being said, the stuff that you know is legit. So if somebody just comes at you in a certain way and you get a hold of that thing, you're good. So I would rather know it and not need it than the opposite.
Need it and not know it.
Exactly.
Yes.
But damn, man, if somebody's coming at me with a knife, I want to see how fast I can run.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm pushing my wife in front of the knife. Oh, she listens to this show. She's behind. Fuck it. I'll forget it by the time she listens to it.
Right? Yeah, she is like 3 episodes behind.
Yeah, she's a little punk ass. Huh. She's like, hey, you guys were echoey. I'm like, damn, what episode are you on? I'm very disappointed.
24, 5, and 6.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Yeah, we're getting better. We have cushions and towels and
this classicness.
Such, and it's awesome.
Yeah, follow us on Instagram. You see our wonderfulness.
A couple more weeks, buddy.
Yep, that's it, though.
So
it's actually really only like 2.
So by the time this episode comes out, 2 days later, I will be getting the doors and the trim finished.
Nice.
And then right after that, I think the following Wednesday, so the day before your next episode, we'll be getting carpet. Bam. Then I can start putting stuff on the walls.
And then we can start putting this in the right spot.
Oh, and we got a couple of pro tips on the Insties.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Art Means Nothing and was it Shane?
Yeah, Shane did it too.
Yeah, was talking about...
Shane's getting all ballsy because he's like, I'm making a podcast.
I can't wait to hear it.
Actually, yeah, I know.
Get on it.
Hell yeah.
Get on it. We'll give you a shout out.
Stop having a life.
Right?
Do something.
Yeah, do this all day. It's fun.
Yeah, it's fun. It's good. You don't make any money, but it's good.
Matter of fact, it costs you a lot of money.
It really does. Yeah. He's already spent it, though. He's got the equipment.
That's cool.
But he's he also knows how to make sound deadening
Sound
shit.
acoustic panels.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes. Yeah.
But I like the art means nothing.
Yep.
I think he's down in Indiana. Came up with an actual like number for the insulation that works.
Yeah, I like that.
Which I was like,
703.
see, yes. Or if we want to get fancy, 704. Still don't know what the fuck that means, but we'll just trust them.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what we needed. We need a simple roadmap, or we won't get it.
Can you draw me a picture in crayons? I like what you said. Do you deliver?
Sounds like a great idea.
Oh, they're easy to make.
Can you bring it to me?
Sweet. I need 8.
Make them look nice, or Coley will make us stick them down.
I would like a charcoal gray and a white, if that'd be cool with you.
Okay. Oh, let's talk about who's going to be our first guest when we get our studio back in a week or two. Because I'm sick of hearing our voices.
Oh, for sure. I'm going with the first person that volunteers.
Well, Jamal, we got to get Jamal on.
Yeah,
we got to pay up on
that.
And I know he really wants to be on, and he should be because he's, he can't finish a triangle, so he should be on here.
He should know. He had Kroiler up and give him a private lesson, essentially, on how to finish that thing.
No, it sucks. Next time he shows up, that's all he's going to try to do to me. It's not going to be fun.
Yeah, getting triangles sucks. I used to get caught in those all the time.
Yeah, and he's a legit blue belt.
Yeah.
A while, and yeah, he'll jack me up. There's no doubt.
Yeah, he is significantly better than me as well.
Dick.
I guess when you're a pro fighter,
I mean,
you probably
pro,
should be. Yeah,
winning 16 or 17 fights and whatever, dude.
Pro fighter versus grappling dad.
And his kids are really cute.
Who's your money on? That's a toughie.
If it's both of us, Jamal. Oh wait,
yes,
that sucks.
Oh, I wonder if that'd work. Hey, next time that he's there, we'll sneak up on him.
Just attack the shit out of him.
I think that's a good way
He
to
won't
get
even
hurt.
he won't even have a gi on. He'll just knock both of us out.
Right.
Oh shit, that didn't work out well.
I was scared. I'm like, dude, don't hit me. It's jiu-jitsu.
Yeah,
God.
jiu-jitsu. I was wearing a gi. Look first.
This isn't Muay Thai class.
Dick.
Nice. Oh, God.
What the hell happened to Trevor?
I don't know. Come back, Trevor.
Yeah,
I miss you.
He may be
You know who
dead.
else I haven't seen?
Who?
Ed.
What the fuck,
Come on, Ed.
You really are an asshole.
Ugh.
He probably died of cancer or something.
He probably come
just
to like the
dickheads.
beginning classes or the
Beginning classes.
morning,
Beginning of the day classes.
beginning of the day classes. That's what I meant.
Yeah, because that's where Ryan shows up a lot for.
Yep.
He's showing up for the night ones a little bit more because he's getting ready for competition.
Sweet. When is that?
This January 6th.
Oh,
so it'll
coming
be
up.
this Saturday.
Nice. Very cool. Morgan's is
Same day.
the same day. Yeah, I thought so.
Out in California. I still think it's awesome that Eric from our gym's going with her.
That's cool.
That's fucking awesome.
That's cool.
Just that little bit of sport.
Heck yeah. I'd go, but I'm poor.
So if you're in California, you can see Morgan, who's part of the Grappling Dad's family.
Yep.
And the inaugural Ginger into it. Adam, you're second. And and always will be. And Eric Stauffer, who's he's been in it about the exact same amount of time as me. Great guy. So he should be a blue belt in 3 years, just like me.
All right. Or 6.
Or 7. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
2022. I don't know.
I mean, dude, it took me 7 years to get blue belt, so.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Fuck it.
Got some good advice from my coach already on that. I like it.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Was the advice you should probably stop coming because you're not getting any better?
I mean, it was kind of like that.
Yeah, not so many
There
words.
is-
Yeah.
It was more, I don't know, maybe a middle finger emoji. I don't know. It was weird. Chad, love you.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of. Don't punch me in the face. He's big.
So speaking of terrible coaches,
Ooh.
Ah.
See where you're going there.
have you ever heard of a word called creonte? Creonte?
That doesn't sound like a real word.
It's Portuguese, and I might be saying it 100% wrong. Again, if somebody could just
Kroiler,
email me.
come on,
Yeah,
dude. You
yeah,
speak Portuguese.
Yeah.
Help me.
Yeah, that would help
Paul.
significantly. So I had somebody ask me about changing gyms recently.
No, we talked
not
to
from our
Shane.
gym. Yeah.
We talked to Shane about that also.
Yeah.
Well,
that was different. That wasn't changing gyms so far as. Yeah,
okay.
he
So
was-
rather than
he was-
moving and going into a new gym, this is
Right.
changing gyms within the same area.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. That is a different
Yep.
situation.
So there's this other situation where the gym he goes to, they train 2 days a week, and it doesn't really coincide with his schedule.
Okay.
And there's a gym that's actually closer to his house, that if he trained there, he could train, I think he said 6 or 7 days a week. So significantly more, and it meets his schedule, and it's a bigger school, and it has more people to train with, so...
Which could just make you better.
Right, but he got his blue belt from the guy that he's at with now. Yeah. So the guy...
Loyalty.
Exactly.
That seems to come up a lot.
Dude, it's tough, because I'm a loyal guy. I know you're a loyal guy.
I'm a very loyal person.
Yeah, it's a thing, right? It's a different thing.
I couldn't leave Chad's gym. I couldn't leave Blackline. I don't know why.
It's a family. Well, that's why. It is. Yeah.
It has nothing to do with Chad.
No, absolutely not. He doesn't even like you.
He doesn't.
There's loyalty and family aspect of it, and like Croyler said on some of his Croyler's Corners, is when you bleed and sweat, and you got you're learning something together, and you're putting all this trust into your training partners. It's hard to just go.
That was his best corner, I think. By the
True.
way,
I try to ruin that as much as possible. I think I did an adequate job.
You did. It was a really good corner, and when you read it without your inserts,
maybe I should do it like a double reading. Nah, it's on the website. Go to the website.
That's what the website's for.
Yeah, just read it yourself.
We're here to murder things.
It's hard to leave that environment unless it's toxic, and there's the only reason to leave is you have more classes and it meets your schedule. It's a tough one.
Yeah,
because that's definitely tough, because you want to train more and you can at your gym, but that's the only reason. There's no animosity. It's not bad coaching. It's not anything other than this is a lot more convenient.
Man, that's tough though.
It is,
because it's not going to be seen that way.
Well,
the first gym, it's
maybe not. So
it depends.
So in my opinion, I think a good coach would be like, you know what, you're right. That meets your lifestyle. My blessings. I think that's how the coach should take it. I really do. But I also,
for sure.
I also believe that it's hard to have that conversation. Like, look, I'm going to train here because it's more convenient. They have more classes. It's awkward to bring up, but the coach shouldn't make it more awkward. Does that make sense?
Yeah. You can't let their ego come into it.
Yes.
Yeah, like, oh, you're abandoning me.
Yep.
No, I'm not. Well, maybe. Maybe a little.
I mean, I wouldn't want people to leave either, because, like I said, it's family, it's friends, it's my buddies. I don't want you, to go, I like Triumph too. I think, they're great guys. I like the coach up there, but I wouldn't want one of our people going there just because I like all of my people.
But it's nothing against Triumph people at all, because I've heard they got a great group.
No,
there.
It's because,
very large group, but a great group.
But I'm selfish, and I like all the training partners that I have. So I would personally hate to see somebody go, but I wouldn't be a dick about it and call them an asshole for leaving either.
That's true.
Because I feel the loyalty, but I don't think it should be. I don't think it should cause rifts if you leave either. Does that make sense?
But it seems to, from what my understanding. I've never left a gym or anything, but there are people at our gym that have switched gyms, and we've had a split from our gym before. Just doesn't always go easily.
No, it doesn't,
swimmingly.
Yeah. It doesn't always go well. I think you always have to do what's best for you and hope that it doesn't cause a rift. And you have to hope that the other person is adult enough to go, you know what, kind of sucks for me. I don't like it, but here's my blessings, and don't make anybody feel bad. Because they, can always come back. I mean, they might hate the gym.
Yeah, you don't know.
But if you treat them like shit out the door,
they're not
going back. Yeah, they'll just probably quit or find another gym altogether. But if that gym sucks or doesn't work out or something changes where you're like, hey, I have 6 classes now and it works out better, they would come back because,
Yeah, and if you're only having 2 classes, there's probably a reason for that. It's probably you personally don't have time to teach more classes or have other people that can come in, so it makes sense.
Yeah, we get lucky at Black Line because there's other people that can teach.
That's lucky for Chad. Chad's brought those guys up though,
sure.
You know what I mean. He built that on purpose, so he could have a better gym. It wasn't because he wanted time off. Maybe it was Chad lazy. No, I'm just kidding. No, he's gonna
lazy.
He's gonna kill me. But he's.
I can tell he's lazy by how hard he works out every time he's in class.
It's how many times he picks up that tire and flips it over. I can see his laziness.
I can't do what that man does. It's disheartening, really.
It's freaking horrible. Yeah, then he'll roll right afterwards. I'm like, you're such a dick.
And make it look easy.
Yeah, whatever.
Awesome.
Anyways, but yeah, I don't see Chad being that way though.
No, I could see Chad being hurt and bummed out.
Yeah, just bummed out.
That's normal. Like I get that, and I think you should have at least a valid reason to go.
Yeah, not just... Well, I've heard of switching gyms because you're not getting the belt you want or something.
No, that's
I've heard
weird.
that's a big one, and I'm like, that's freaking weird.
In my opinion, that's just bogus.
That's really bogus.
Yeah. Like if you have... So even if you have like bad training partners, some of them, you could avoid them, right? Because they can't all be bad. Well, yeah, I guess theoretically they could all be bad.
They could all suck.
But yeah, just pick your training partners if that's the case. And there's a lot of workarounds where you don't have to leave. But
yeah.
But if you have to leave and it's better for you, just go.
Yeah, but what do you kind of glanced off of? What do you think about that belt thing? Do people actually really do that? Because I've just heard it being a big deal.
Oh, for sure. I've actually heard that in the entire 10 years I've been around the sport. People will go, I don't think I'm getting the recognition I deserve. I shall go get it somewhere else. And I think that's just bullshit. But that's my opinion. But
then I've also heard that when that person makes that switch, they get promoted because that gym wants to have them there, have that income.
That happens, yeah, absolutely.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, I think a lot of gyms promote just based on keeping people. Like with kids, I kind of get the time card system where if you take so many classes, you get promoted as a child. Yeah. That makes perfect sense because you got to keep the kids interested. I'm all about do whatever it takes to keep the kids coming. They need it. I'm kind of like that with the adults because I would rather see them come and be over promoted than not, just because I want to see more people stay in it than not. And if something silly like that keeps them, whatever, if somebody's not a legit 3-stripe white belt or a legit 3-stripe white belt, it's so subjective. It's hard to say.
So are you talking about me?
Yes, I am.
Dick? Couldn't say like a 4-stripe, nothing has to go right to me.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of this shit is subjective, and I think you should be able to bring people up, like the people that belts are important to, and give them goals and opportunity. Just be like, here, this is what I want to see you work on.
Yeah,
right.
Yep.
So you should do stuff like that for your students if that's important to them.
No,
like some
just
students
know your students and it's tough. I'm talking totally from the outside and knowing it ain't gonna work this way, but knowing your group that well. And it's hard because, like you said, people just come and go so often. It's hard to know where to set your time in and really learn something because they might just stop showing up. It's crazy. Somebody will come diehard for 6 months, disappear.
Burn them out. Yeah.
Like,
we had a guy like that not too long ago. He was there for every class for 6 months and then never seen him again.
Well, he got hurt. He got hurt and stopped coming.
Yeah, I mean, even if you're hurt.
I'm just saying, he got, he burned out.
Probably bruised a rib. It's probably bruised an ego is what it was. I just don't feel like I'm getting any better after 6 months. I think I should be a pro at this. No.
No, I've been doing it over a year, and I'm horrible.
Right, but yeah, I have a love-hate relationship with belts because
you really do.
When I was promoted, dude, it felt great. It was one of the best days of my life. It was great. When I get stripes, I'm humbled and it feels great, but I don't ever look for it. I don't care at all. Like, I go because I love it. I go because I need this stuff in my life.
Well, you can't say that you don't care, though. Well, that doesn't fit what you said prior.
No, so when I get something, it feels good. So I do care in that respect. But if somebody else gets promoted before me, or if I don't get promoted when I think maybe I'm another stripe, which I really don't ever think that.
No.
But, I mean, that doesn't ever enter in my mind, when are we going to get promoted? Or when he lines up, is somebody going to get a stripe, or am I going to get a stripe?
Yeah.
Or he got a stripe, so I think I deserve one too. That just doesn't enter my mind. It's like when I got the award. I didn't know the award was that when I won the Miss Congeniality Award.
You mean best training partner?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Miss Congeniality. So it's the award that Paul gives. He has to knock it down a level.
That's not knocking it down. That's a thing.
Miss Congeniality is the person that wasn't pretty enough to win, so they give it to you.
Yeah.
Like, you're the ugliest duckling. You win.
Yeah. I'm the worst at jiu-jitsu, but I help other people try the hardest. That's my shit.
My asswipe.
But yeah, so I wasn't expecting that. I don't do what I do for that. I'm like, I didn't think to myself all year. Hey,
you know you're a rarity in this, right? You're aware of this.
I am not.
Because you are. Most people, I would say most, actually. Most people, it's important to them. You know, it's important. And thanks a lot for breeding me into you because, you know, I'm good with where I'm at. I really am. I'm happy to just be a white belt and be in my 3 stripes.
Yeah.
And working towards, I don't know if I'm working towards a 4th or, I'm not worried about it though. It's just kind of like I would like to know where I'm at, but whatever. I mean, I'm enjoying myself every day. But I don't think I would feel that way if it wasn't for you. Because before, I was very driven. You remember when I was trying to get my first stripe?
When you were in first stripe, you actually had a little shit fit.
Yeah, I did.
And I'm like, dude, it took me 7 years to get my first few stripes.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
bullshit, though.
Just after that, I got a blue.
Yeah, exactly. Shut the fuck up. You don't count. You can't say, oh, it took me years to get no stripes. Oh, wait, then I got 4 at once. Weird.
It was funny.
Yeah, it was funny. But, yeah, I got all butthurt about nothing until it was over. And then you're like, see, I told you so. I'm like, yeah, fuck you.
Yeah.
But you're right, because it's my thing. It's not anybody else's. I'm enjoying it. And it really doesn't matter what belt I am.
Yep.
It's how much I enjoy it, my dedication to it. And if I'm not showing enough dedication, I need to know that. And I think, you know, that's good.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. And if I'm caring too much about the belt, then it's not that great. But most people are like I was prior. They want to be, they're working towards that. They're working towards their stripes. They're working towards their belt.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, that's why you're different. Most people, it hurts your feelings when you're sitting there. You know you've been here longer than the person behind you, and they get one. I'm not saying this happens a lot in our gym because ours, Chad's so sporadic. He usually does everyone in bulk. It's like, shit, I forgot some people. But with all the best intentions, we got too many students, and he's got way too much going on.
Well, that's another issue, right? Because if you're a small school, it's like a catch-22, right? So if you're a small school and you go to a small school, it's like you get a private lesson every time.
Yeah.
You're going to get better faster, but then they have less classes.
Yeah.
So if you go to a large school, then you get more training partners, but you don't have that one-on-one experience with your coach.
The personal experience at all.
Exactly. So then I don't want to say it's... I guess one's not better or worse. I prefer more the intimate one-on-one. Like, tell me exactly what I'm doing wrong when I'm
Please don't call it intimate.
But it's intimate. It's on my journey. It's intimate.
Impotent?
I like it. Impotent.
Sorry, that's what I heard.
It's the same thing.
But, yeah, I like how Chad does his, and he almost always brings it around in the end. He really does, that I've noticed. So, you know, there's a lot of people going for stripes and belts, so you just got to respect that and
I do. Like
hope,
I said, it's
hope
just,
it works out better. You know,
I just hate to see people want to give up or go to a different gym because of white pieces of tape around your waist.
Yeah, see, and that's what I'm saying though. Is that's got to be tough for gym owners.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because you're balancing like your ethics is the wrong word.
Integrity.
Integrity. Thank you.
Yeah, because
integrity, because you want them to know that you appreciate what they're doing, but you know as well as I do, if you tell somebody something they need to work on and they don't feel it's something they need to work on, regardless if you're coach or not, they're going to be as adult. Oh, I know better. No, you don't.
Yeah, I think.
No, you don't. You can bitch about it, but you don't.
I think it's funny that a lot of like 4-stripe white belts or 3-stripe white belts, as the case may be, think that they might be a blue belt. Like, I think legitimately I'm a blue belt. No, motherfucker.
No, I did not say that, by the way.
I'm kidding with you, but you know what I mean? I hear that a lot. Like, I'm only white belt, but I tap out a lot of blue belts, and it's been a while, so I should.
That definitely isn't me.
I'm definitely. I've heard this in other gyms, like people
Really?
thinking they're a level higher than they're currently at, because they think either their coach is forgetting about them or sandbagging them for tournaments or sandbagging them anyway, or just
So
likes
weird.
to hold their students back. So they think they're
What
at a
would
level.
be the profit for them in that?
So I don't know. Well, so the funny thing is a lot of coaches, and I've heard this from a few of them, they will not promote you to blue until they think you're a 2-stripe blue, because they don't want you going to another gym and looking ridiculous.
See, that makes
Because
sense.
that makes sense, but is that ego on the gym owner part, or is that just a legit how it should be?
Oh, that's a good question.
I don't know. I'm not a gym owner, so I don't have a dog in the fight.
Yeah.
So if I was a gym owner, I'd want my blue belts to be legit blue belts, but do I want to sandbag them so that I don't look bad if they go to another gym and go to an open mat and look bad compared to their blue belts? Like, should that matter to me? I don't know.
That's a good question. I don't know.
Or should it matter to the school?
I don't think Chad looks at it that way at all. But
so
we're kind of spoiled with that because I don't think Chad looks at it like that. But
I think that's a good question for Chad and Crawler if they want.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's a great question.
Yeah. I want to have
for either one of them.
Yeah, I want to have Chad.
Actually, I want answers from both.
Right.
Get on it, boys.
I want Chad back on the show too with his wife.
Oh my God! So quick, Ashley. So awesome. I wonder if Chad will be smarter with her on. Probably.
Curiouser and curiouser.
But I want answers on that just because it's interesting. It's a really interesting question because I don't know. I have no clue. I've been a coach in soccer and it's nothing like this.
Yeah, you have to juggle a lot of things with jiu-jitsu and with the belts as far as that goes and promotions. It's because, like you said, everybody's different. And apparently a lot of people are way more into belts and stripes than I am.
Yes.
Like I can't quite wrap my head around why it means so much to people, other than the fact that when I get one, it means more than I think it will.
Yeah, it will. For you personally,
it doesn't make a lot of sense. It's hard to articulate what I mean, but I don't care until I get it, and then I care more than I thought I would. Does that make sense?
Yeah. It's stupid.
It's stupid. Well, don't you think that's how it kind of should be? Like people just go and show up and have fun. And when you get it, it's a celebration. It's like, oh, I didn't expect that. That's awesome. I feel really good about that.
My last 2 stripes have been really surprises for me.
Because but now I don't have any expectations of promotion ever. So that's never a thought in my head. It's not a worry. It's not something that I lose sleep over. I lose sleep over plenty of other shit. I'm glad this isn't one of them.
Well, see, with me, just recently I asked Chad about it, like, test date, this is great. And I'm like, and gave me a great answer back. And I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Didn't tell me I sucked, which he probably should have.
That must have been hard for him.
Yeah, I know. Like, he wanted to lead with that shit.
You know how many times he had to delete "you suck" before he sent that text?
Go put your slippers on and shut up. And he gave me a great answer in the way I took it, and he can correct me if I'm wrong. Was, it's not that you're not good enough. I just want to see you train more. My initial thing was like, oh, the hell does that mean? Then I thought about it. I'm like, I think he just wants me to be a little more dedicated, and my personality leads people to think that I don't give a shit.
Well, that's the funny thing about you, because you don't have like a happy medium between serious and fucktard.
No. And it's mostly on the fucktard side of things.
Yeah. So it's hard to see. Do you take this serious? Because when you talk to you, it doesn't appear that you do.
Yeah. Dude, it's fucking difficult.
But when you know you, I know that you do.
Yeah.
I know that you care. I know that you care about progressing and getting better and being on your perfect path journey.
Fucking hate you. Do you see how much I avoid that shit? It's my thing, is what I say. I hate that. Still do. It makes sense, but I still don't like it.
But yeah,
but I just wanted to say that because Chad listens to the show. He's a sponsor of the show, and I didn't want him to think like this came up because of that. It just reminded Paul and I of situations that come up.
Yeah, it only came up because we're talking about people that want to change gyms because of an email.
Which I'm going to switch gyms.
Triumph looking at you.
I feel I'm a blue belt.
If anybody will give me a blue belt, I'll go to their gym immediately.
I'm a blue belt in karate, so
my spinning heel kick is phenomenal.
I may fall over, but that's okay because it's karate.
That's right.
And they're pretty much dancing.
I can just say I meant to do that.
Pretty cool defense, huh? It's hard to hit me when I'm laying on the ground.
Exactly. Can't even reach me now, especially if you're tall.
It may hurt your back trying to reach me. But I think Chad runs a pretty good gym. Pretty good, I can't leave it. I would never leave Chad's gym. But I just wanted to bring that up because I went through, I think a lot of people would take my first instinct, which was like, oh, this is insulting. And then 2 seconds later, I'm like, maybe not.
Yeah, fair enough.
Maybe he just wants me to show that I care a little bit more and that I'm willing to come in on times and not just pass the test, but kill the test and be the person, be a solid blue belt.
Yeah, for sure. Just You just ask them, what exactly do I need? What am I doing stupid? Because that's always what I ask.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Rather than what can I work on, what am I doing that's stupid that I need to stop?
I can't ask that because the conversation would be really fucking long.
Well, just, top three. Top three dumb things.
Right. But then you would have to pick out the top three. There's so many. Well, I don't want to make them think that much.
Well, if you ever get the chance, roll with Chad and a couple of the purple belts. And before the rolls, ask them, what am I doing dumb? Roll with me and then pick out the dumb shit.
Yeah,
and
that's a good
ask
question.
that from all the purple belts for the next, couple months. And you're going to get some good answers after a while. It might not be the first or the second roll, but make sure you ask that before the roll so they're concentrating and watching.
For my dumbness.
Right. Because everybody else, typically when you roll with somebody, you're rolling to help out your own personal game. You're not rolling to help out the person you're rolling with, typically. Even coaches are like, hey, I'm working on this new De La Riva guard, or I'm working on this or that or the other thing, I can teach it, right? And that's fine. You should do that. But if you get a question from your student going, hey, I'm struggling, I want to get better, I feel a little stagnant, what am I doing that I need to stop right now?
That's a good coaching point. That's a good point for everybody. Even if you're not looking to move up, it's just a great way to find your holes.
Oh, for sure.
Your holes. Ha. I'm still a child.
We're 9, essentially.
Oh, you want to run a story about that?
Yes.
Okay, I think we're pretty good on this. I think that was a really good point. Everyone should take that.
We have one more thing. It
that goes with that?
It coincides with our last email.
All right, remember Sydney writing, and say that to me, and I'll remember
Sydney writing, gotcha.
Yes.
So our when we tried to answer the last question, the emailer question.
Yes.
Yes.
Which emailer question though?
The one about going into a new gym.
Yes.
So when I go to a new gym, do I tell them my experience?
Yes, I'm just saying if anybody didn't hear that episode, it'd be quite lost.
Oh, yeah. So if you go into a gym and you have prior experience, do you bring it up to the coach? Do you bring it up to the training partners, or you just kind of let it lie?
And if you haven't heard that episode, what the fuck's your problem?
I don't know. God, listen to it. So Croyler wrote after he heard the show. He goes, as far as the new gym scenario, if your prior training is relevant to the new gym, then mention it to the instructor, not in a D-bag way, more just as a matter of fact. I used to train with so-and-so. But if you trained Kung Fu, it has no relationship to grappling arts, so no point in mentioning it. Or, if you have done Sambo, no point in mentioning it to a Muay Thai school. If you have done Tai Chi fucking push hands, don't tell that shit to anyone because it's a fucking disgrace.
He is killing that.
Yes.
He finds new videos to make fun of fucking push hands every day.
Funny. It's unfortunate that he doesn't understand.
It's unfortunate that you think it's something.
Oh, dude, it is awesome. I don't care what you say. But generally, I'm moving on. Hold on.
Okay, go.
But generally speaking, if anyone is moving, I usually help them find a school. See? That kind of ties into everything else.
It does.
So Croyler Gracie, if they're moving, if they need something else, he'll help you find a school. It's just that simple. Like, don't make it a big thing. If you're a coach, let them go. Don't shut doors. And
help them on their path
in their journey.
Journeys.
Yeah, is it unfortunate? Yeah, it kind of sucks, dude. I get it, but hey, people move. People have different situations.
And as long as there's not animosity already built up.
Yeah,
freaking help them out.
Exactly.
I mean, there's more of a chance that they come back.
I agree. I might be wrong. Like I said, Chad and Croyler, if you want to give your input on this as far as different scenarios, because I mean every scenario is different, and I understand that. But if you have way more of a chance to train at one school because it fits your schedule better, I'm more on board of tell your coach and say, hey, sorry, bud, this fits my schedule better.
I appreciate everything you've done to get me to where I'm at, but it's just my life has kind of switched up, and
I honestly think that's just it's a bummer situation, but it's not one that should cause any animosity.
No, I agree.
That's my final answer. But write in thedads, grapplingdads.com, or Chad and Croyler.
I really want to hear from them. Text us. And we'll answer.
We'll bring it up on the next show.
Yes.
I will not fuck up the reading.
I will. Ask me to read it, dumbasses.
Nice.
Do it.
So, Sydney writing.
Okay, so this, was this morning? No, it was late last night. She decided that she didn't want to go to sleep, so she comes upstairs and she goes, I can't sleep. I'm like, why? She's like, I just can't. I do have this, though. I'm like, what's that? She pulls this paper out of her pocket. She had drawn up her own comic.
Really?
Yeah, it's all
Ooh.
yeah, it was quite great. And it was about a mean mom, saying, I have to go to bed and blah, 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 and all this. And there
Go
was,
show this to your mother.
and I made sure, I go, this isn't about your mom, is it? Because I don't remember this story ever happening. And no, this is a mean mom. I'm like, okay. And Sid's 7, so she's, pretty with it. It's not like a little, like,
she
4-year-old.
understands what she's doing.
She knows what she's doing. And, but the 4th box on there is, the mom yelling at the daughter. And no shit, it says, "Stop it, you whore."
Oh, no.
And it's written HORE. And I'm like, and my eldest daughter is sitting there. Addie's sitting there. She's 12. And they're both looking at me just with the biggest smiles on their face as I read this. And I read the rest of it because I can tell they don't understand what they've said.
Oh.
And I go, "Do you know what that means?" She goes, "Yes." And I look at Addie, I go, "Do you know what that means?" "Yeah."
Please explain it to me.
It means, like horrible.
Oh, that's adorable.
Like, yeah, please don't ever do that again, though.
It means horrible.
Yeah, like horror movie. And I'm like, oh, don't use that word. And they're like, validly, I don't, why? What's a whore? I'm like, don't stop saying it.
Right. One, don't ever say it again.
Yeah, don't ever say that. But they literally thought it meant horrible. Like it was a shortening for horrible. It was whore.
Yeah, it's somebody to get paid. We can't talk about this yet. Go ask your mom.
Yeah, I went to go explain why I can't explain this. And the best thing was when I was reading it, I got to it and I go, "What's this word?" And she looks at me and she goes, "Whore."
Yeah, duh. Did I spell it wrong? What did I do wrong, Dad?
Of course, that's whore.
That is fucking comedy. I did something similar. You remember the old 80s show called Iron Eagle?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So in it, somebody gets called a bastard.
Yes.
And as a child, I was probably somewhere between Sid and Addie's age. I don't know how old I was. But I have never heard that word before, and it seemed very innocent on the movie Iron Eagle.
Yes.
So the next time my dad and I were wrestling, I said something about, "Stop it, you bastard."
Well played, sir.
And much to my confusion, he was super pissed about that.
What the hell? Probably the same look I got. What the fuck? Did you just say whore bastard?
Yeah. I imagine if my child called me a bastard, even if I didn't think they understood what that means, in the moment, might sting a little bit, might not feel the best.
Oh, see, we're different.
Yeah.
I'll laugh my ass off immediately.
I think Caden called me useless the other day. That was fantastic. Yeah.
Useless.
Oh, okay, so this is kind of a little bit tangenty, but it goes back to our first thing.
Okay.
New Year's resolution. All right, so
You got my feigning of it.
Real talk. All right.
What was
real
that?
talk. It's a really stupid rap. No, nothing.
No,
not there. Anyway, real talk. So, I wanted to sing it again.
You said it, and you're like, I'd like it better sung.
So not only do I have an obsession with sugar and candy and sweets, and I don't have enough willpower to stop eating such things.
Yes.
Hence my no New Year's resolution over something that I know 100% I should do.
Yes.
Also, I'm addicted to my phone.
Yes, you are.
So
am I.
And it's a tough one because we do a lot of business on our phone because we got the Facebook page and
dude,
the Instagram
and you and I
page
talking about the show,
Gmails.
talking
Right,
to Croyler about
exactly.
stuff.
So we have a lot of stuff going on with our phones. But even when I didn't, I was on Facebook and Instagram just looking at funny shit and memes and so I'm addicted, and I understand this. And I'm told repeatedly by my wife, you gotta put the phone down and spend time with your family. And I'm like, yeah, I will. and I mean it. But then I pick up the phone, I'm starting to look at it again. Well, now my kids are starting to say shit like, "Daddy loves his phone more than he loves us." And I can't begin to tell you how much that hurts.
Yeah, that's a tough one right there.
That hurts.
That's a stinger.
So I am going to go back with a New Year's resolution to at least make a huge attempt to not be on my goddamn phone when I'm around my kids. Like, come home, put that thing on the counter, plug it in. At least when they're around, I'm dad. Because I don't ever want to hear that shit again. Because it sucked.
Yeah. I don't get that from my kids.
No?
No. They probably don't like me. So they would just, the more distraction, the better.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, your kids actually play on tablets and stuff. Where my kids
see, your kids don't
I
have
think
any
that makes a
interest.
big difference, yeah.
Well, no,
it's
and
zero
we'll,
interest. They
yeah.
don't have phones. They don't have tablets. They're just,
But yeah, we also don't let them just sit on them for days either.
No, I get
we
it.
give them for like an hour, and then we take them away.
But I think it's more normative, and so it depends on your household. I'm not throwing anybody under the bus.
Yeah, you already called me a bad parent.
Yeah, I'm a bad person. Like, well,
oh, bad person, yes. Yeah, I'm a pretty good parent.
Yeah,
bad person.
Mostly jiu-jitsu. But for me, so this is a my New Year's resolution thing, because I heard that, didn't feel good. I feel there needs to be a change. So I'm going to try to take extreme ownership, if you will. Ownership.
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 Fuck it. It's ownership now.
Ownership on that.
Ownership, bitch.
I'm going to ownership the shit out of this resolution.
Oh, Jocko would be proud of ownership.
Yeah. Jocko, if you want to sponsor this podcast to talk about your shit all the time in a ridiculous word smash manner.
We make you look worse.
Yeah. People would like your book until they listen to us talk about it, and they're like, well, that doesn't make any sense.
Why would I read that?
No, that seems
It
awful.
has words like ownership on it.
So you're saying it will make me feel bad about myself.
And I said
Perfect.
on it for a
need
book.
that.
We're both talking.
No.
It's fucking awesome.
Go ahead. You first.
I gave up. You win all the time.
I know. Well, I love to hear
Especially
my voice.
because I forget what I was talking about. Like, you cut me off, I'm like, yeah, that thought's gone.
You know what it is? I'm like, hey, what do you want to talk about? I don't know. So I write up like pages
Yeah, you do.
of stuff to talk about.
Yes.
And you're like, it's good.
Yeah.
I'm like, you want to bring up anything? Nope. I like your stuff.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. All right.
I do good this way.
Yeah, all right.
So your show prep, I'm show.
I did like your horror
Something.
talk, though.
That was good, right?
That was funny.
That was
like,
funny
you need
as
to bring
shit.
more stuff up like that.
That was great.
I'm going to be laughing about that. I can't wait to tell my wife.
I could give you a sad story. I got a sad story. Does anybody want to hear a sad story?
Okay, so typically I would say yeah. But I'm going to warn you, I got a lot of shit for telling my sad story, and it's the same sad story if I think you're going to mention the same story.
Yeah, it's a sad story. I won't get shit for it, though.
I did.
I won't.
Go ahead.
I don't know. Maybe I will. Ha! Doing it anyway.
All right. Enjoy this sad story.
Yes, it's a sad story because it's part of who I am.
All right,
It's
we're not
my
gonna-
path.
We're not going to end on it like I did, though.
No, we're
Like,
not going to
bring
close
up,
the show
I'm going to
out.
bring up other shit.
No, and I'm going to put a positive twist on mine. I'm not going to say that I still cry about it today. I could. But, so Friday night, before New Year's Eve here, the girls were sitting with me on the couch, and our dog, Jazzy, she's a Labradoodle, 13, so she's a very old Labradoodle, was always walks towards our bedroom when Jen goes to bed. So Jen's on her way to bed, she closes the door, and Jazzy walks over there, and I just see her kind of stagger and just collapse against my other daughter's door, which she thought was a knock on the door. So she's like, I'm going to sleep. I'm like, oh, that didn't help. But she didn't come out, so we were okay. And she went into a seizure from a lack of blood flow. And so we took her into the emergency vet. And very sadly later, they came back with a test, and she had a humongous growth in her abdomen, which was cutting off blood flow. So we had two options for a 13-year-old dog. Bring her back the next day, do an emergency surgery just to find out what's wrong with it, if it's cancer. And if it's cancer, we have to pay umpteen thousands of dollars to even try to get rid of it.
Oh, yeah, that's tough.
You know, and
Thousands of dollars to attempt to fix it.
Because and even the vet was not real hard selling it. Very good vet, very kind, but we're like, yeah, she's 13.
Right.
We've been blessed to have her for 13 years. The average lifespan on those are like 8 to 10.
For my dog was like 13 to 15. And,
yeah, because he was like a
13,
medium-sized dog.
Yep.
Jazzy was what they consider a large dog. And so then they said, well, you can take her home tonight, but you'll have to do this, this, and this. And more than likely, she'll probably have another episode within the next day or so because the growth was so large.
Oh, that's sad.
Really was. And so we were given the choice to put her to sleep, or euthanasia is what they call it. Which didn't make me feel good.
Yeah, it's a different word for putting your dog down.
Yes.
Essentially.
Yep.
There's no good way to say it.
No. I don't know why I'm telling this story. It's quite sad.
Yeah, why did you bring this up?
Because I wanted to.
Okay.
Because it's part of who I am, and I'm sad, and I want to give an homage to my beautiful, beautiful puppy.
I'm not mad at that.
And she, to her credit, she's been the best dog. She's just happy. Well, you know my dog.
Oh, yeah.
Just happy, jumps up, licks you in the face, just till she still thinks she's a puppy. And even when we were in the office, she's just running around, happy as all can be. The vet has to tell us, she goes, I know this is hard when they're acting like this. She was just happy running around.
Right.
And she goes, she's more than likely in a lot of pain. She's just a really good dog at covering it up. And she was happy. She got a big old chicken dinner that they give her, which I thought was pretty cool.
Really?
Yeah. And they gave us all the time we needed, and yeah, that was pretty much it.
Yeah, I've seen the pictures. The pictures ruined me.
Yeah, why did my wife do that?
I don't know. Don't you?
My wife took these beautiful pictures of us at the office with her, with Jazzy, and yeah, that was heart-wrenching, and I was in the pictures.
Yeah, I didn't like that at all.
No, I was like, well, honey, you're going to kill people. So, beautiful pictures. Horrible, though.
Yeah, it made me super sad. I felt extremely bad for you guys.
It's a family member, man. That's older. We had her a year before we had Addie.
Yep. I mean, I told the same. I told my dog story on the podcast, and dude, it's been years.
Yeah,
still
gets to you.
Yeah.
Still gets to you. So,
especially moments like that where I remember the whole thing. It all comes back.
Yeah.
It's like, God, I know what you're feeling, and
it sucks. So, and the thing that really cinched it for us, didn't make it any easier, was that the episodes would have kept happening.
Right.
My daughters already watched this, and they were freaking wrecked. Ran downstairs screaming and crying. And I'm like, oh, gosh. So I just couldn't have that happen if I'm not there.
Right.
Jazzy falls to the ground. And
yeah, I always told myself that I'm not going to have a dog lived in abject misery because I can't let go.
Yeah, and that was pretty much what we were looking at.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where I always got mad at people that would do that. Like, it's been way past time. But then when it was my turn, I'm like, oh, I get it now.
Yeah, because you just don't want them to go away.
I couldn't be mad at those people anymore. I'm like, oh, yeah.
No, I get it.
Sucks a lot.
If we didn't, excuse me, if it wasn't for the girls, it would have made an easier decision. It would have been like, well, yeah, let's see what we can do. I couldn't put my kids through it.
No.
Like, what if we're, because,
you're prolonging misery.
Yeah,
at
you
that
do
point,
a
everybody.
surgery, my kids are going to think it's fixed. No matter what I tell them, they're going to think it's fixed, and Jazzy's going to be fine. And then if she's not, then you're just you're having more ups and downs. And what if she collapses in front of the kids? I'm not standing there, whatever. But yeah, so that's my sad story. But my dog is awesome. She was happy all the time. Not the biggest fan of me, but she loved my wife and kids.
Much like my old dog.
Yes. So, yeah, that's enough sadness.
Yeah.
I think we need more fun.
All right, we're going to talk about fun.
I don't know why I told that story. That was sad.
You brought up the sadness.
What a douchebag I am.
How dare you?
Dumbass. I miss you, doggy.
Yeah, well. I'm not going to bring up another. I'm not going to do it.
Go. What else?
I can't just like, hey, so speaking of dead dogs,
that's a great segue.
Myofascial release.
Great segue. We got Croyler's Corner. We like to close on that, though. Oh, hey, Steve. We need a favor. Music director Steve. We need some theme music.
You did tell us.
If we needed anything else.
Yeah, we do now.
We now do.
I didn't think we were going to, but
oh, no, I knew I was going to come up with something.
Over there had a great idea.
That would be me.
I'm elated to hear it.
Steve, we need some theme music for Croyler.
Yeah, some background music, if you will.
You know, like a good lead-in and then a light background music for his beautiful, beautiful writing.
Yes.
That we butcher. So remember that, too.
That I butcher so eloquently.
You really do. I just butcher incoherently.
Yeah, yeah, your type of butchering is... There's a word for it.
Insulting.
Yes.
That's the word.
Good enough.
I call it amusing.
But yeah, I would love to have some Croyler's Corner background music.
Hell yes.
If you could be so kind, please.
Wonderful.
And thank you.
I'll cry a little. So get working.
Yeah, music director.
Music director. We'll put you in the credits. There aren't any credits.
No, there should be though.
How? We would just be talking them.
Eventually, we'll have this on video.
We will.
Somehow, when we're famous.
Well, right now it'd be pretty boring. It's just you and I sitting here.
People like to see that stuff. Look at the Joe Rogan show. Dude, I've seen videos. I've seen YouTube, I guess videos. They're videos. But it's a picture of people that are podcasting. But it's just a picture with the podcast playing in the background. That's it.
That's lame.
That's so lame. We could do better than that.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Well, we can have it. Dude, we were just waiting for a proper looking area.
Yeah, this area right now is funny looking.
Yeah, did you hear? Who told us? Who said that we should have started like video and stuff like that?
That'd be my buddy Scotty. He said you should have started where
that
you
was
started.
it.
And then kind of like on your journey, if you will. They could have like seen where you started, kind of the middle of it, where you're going. It would have been fun. He goes, I would have liked to see that. It made sense, but now it's too late.
Yep. Great idea.
Ship sailed, Scotty. Ship
Way to
sailed.
make us feel bad for our choices in life.
Well, at least we have some good pictures for posterity.
Yes. And shitty podcast.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
Not these ones. the eloquent shit shows that we had before we actually released them. Those are not coming out.
No, they're bad.
I'm scared to even listen to them. I won't listen to them again.
The first 5 or 6.
5 or 6, yeah.
Yeah, podcast we threw in the trash.
Yes.
We had hours and hours into those.
We chucked them.
Practice. Yeah.
Oh, those good practice is actually putting something of value out.
The first one. So anybody considering doing a podcast, and there's a few of you out there.
Seems to be a lot.
It seems like it's easy to talk in front of a microphone. That's what I thought.
Coherently, at least.
The first time I put this bitch in front of my face.
He went retarded.
Full idiot mode.
Yeah, that's pretty, yeah.
I didn't know what the hell to say. Now, if you're used to talking on video or camera or something, probably not a big deal.
Or in front of people.
Right, but I had nothing of that kind of experience. Nothing. So for me, it was a whole new weird shit. It's still kind of weird. Like it's getting slowly better. It is.
Our progression is slow.
I am sweating a little bit less every single time.
Yeah, you don't glisten as much.
I don't glisten.
You hide it within your ass crack.
Exactly. It's not coming out of every pore. Just down my back and ass. That is all.
That's. I don't know if that's worse or not.
It's better. It's better.
We'll take it.
Because it was there and everywhere.
Yeah.
But now it's just there.
Literally, your head would be beating up during the show.
But the first time we hit record, it was. God, was it 10 minutes or 15 minutes of an absolute epic shit show?
Oh my gosh, we were just babbling and swearing.
And then we were looking at each other like, what the fuck was that?
Not a clue.
And I actually thought, well, this is going to fail. I really did. I thought,
he was butthurt so bad.
Oh my God, I just knew in my head at that moment, this isn't going to work. Like, this isn't going to work at all. But with a little bit of practice and a little bit of perseverance and all that kind of fun stuff, I don't think it's as terrible as I thought it was going to be.
Will you give us some credit?
It's half as terrible as I thought it was going to be.
We don't get as many people listening to us and being horrible.
This is true.
We're getting consistent. We're growing consistently every single.
I know, but my self-deprecating humor just comes out in every way.
Well,
possible.
I love
Good one.
Yep.
Talk some more, kid.
Yeah, and I talk for a living too. Fuck. I want to talk this for a living.
This would be more fun.
It would. Help me out, people.
Yeah.
Buy a shirt, dicks.
Oh, yeah. Get on,
grapplingdads.com. Check out the shirts.
They look better on than in the pictures. We need better pictures.
God dang it. Yeah, I think that's the problem. People think we don't actually have them.
Hey, if you want to see shirts on us, go to Instagram, file through some pictures, and I'm sure we're wearing them in a couple of pictures.
Follow
us.
While you're there.
On the Insties.
Yes. And on Facebook. Find us on Facebook. We're the same as we were on Instagram, but more videos.
If you're desperate, follow us on Twitter.
No, don't say that. My wife's there. She's working on it.
Is she?
Yeah, she's still doing it.
Sweet. Go, Jen. You're my hero.
Jen, yeah.
When you listen to this in 5 weeks, you'll be happy to hear that you're my hero.
So yeah. But so we should get some pictures up there. But because I love the shirts, they're comfortable as hell. I heard that Tap Tape got theirs.
Yep.
And
he loved it. Loved the shirt.
Yeah, did he? Nice. It's comfy. It's not one of those piece of shit shirts.
No, it's good stuff.
Yeah, the bad part is I see people shopping for them on our website and not buying them.
They're not pulling the trigger.
You mother.
Pull the trigger.
Pull the trigger, people. It's comfortable as hell, I'm telling you. Center of attention. We went over this. Only cool people have these shirts. Why? Me and Paul have them.
Exactly. You have to be cool to wear these shirts.
Yeah. Well, Neil loves his.
Yeah.
Booyah.
Thanks, Neil.
He
You're an
freaking
awesome
wore
human.
it to a wrestling meet.
Heck yeah.
Right? For his nephew?
Yeah.
Hell
and
yeah.
hooked us up with some listeners.
Yeah,
That's
he
what
did.
Because people were curious about the shirt.
Hell yes.
Bam.
And the shirt will be shown. I'm just gonna tape it on Morgan so she can't get it off.
Ah, there you go. Perfect.
And
I like the way you think.
And I'm gonna tell Eric not to help her because Eric's gonna wear his out there. He wants one. I think he wants the red one.
Yeah.
I think so.
All right.
So yeah, we're doing good. Doing good.
Nice.
Buy a shirt. Everyone, do it. Do it
now.
Do it now. No.
Oh, and if you're looking at buying jiu-jitsu related products, for sure,
Stuff
get
we
on
like.
grapplingdads.com. Stuff we like. Books I like. What the fuck did I call it? I forget now. Recommended books.
Yeah, there it
Got
is.
it. If you so desire.
I love how we went from stuff we like and get at us to recommended books.
Recommended books.
The most boring part of our page.
That is not boring. Books
Just
are awesome.
I said by name.
No, by name. That's true.
Yeah, it's a boring name. I should come up with betters.
Yeah, we need to come up with a better name.
Words in sequence that we like.
That's actually better. I like it better.
I like it too.
But people click on that just to be like, what the hell?
It's
books.
Oh, it's books. What a douche.
Clickbait asshole.
Gotcha.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, confusion click. That's what we're going for.
Right.
Grappling Dads is confusion clicks.
Share us with your grandma's phone. So grab that thing. Follow us.
Yeah,
from her phone.
They don't care.
Subscribe to the podcast.
Yeah, they'll download shit. They don't know.
They don't know. Yeah, exactly. They got a phone that they don't use. Just grab it from them.
We want fake listeners,
exactly.
evidently.
Yeah, well, I'll take what I can get.
Yes.
Maybe they like it. Maybe they accidentally click on that and go, wow, these guys are awesome.
You want to know what I want to do real quick, speaking of our listeners, is I told Neil, but he did nothing with the information. Neil, calling you out. If you have a great gym and you want to talk about it, and you want to tell us about it, we'll tell everyone about it. So I want to hear about people's gyms. You know, what's great about your gym? What do you guys work on? How many classes do you have? How many people are at your gym? Do you have a blue belt that acts like a kitten and a 3-stripe white belt that quite obviously needs to be demoted?
I want to hear about what you think about belts and stripes and stuff.
Yeah, that's
I want to see if I am literally on an island all by myself or if more people feel the way I do. I want to know that.
I think it's more I want a trophy people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I do.
The Dads, grapplingdads.com.
I want to know where I'm at. The best way to do so is with a stripe or belt color.
Yeah. Yeah, what belt are you?
I'm just saying
to get there.
That's not me.
What do you feel?
I'm good with my white belt. It has
sure you are. Okay.
I am. You want to know why? It has Chad's blood on it. I've harnessed part of his power.
Nice. And now it's mine.
Yes.
You can't steal a soul because Morgan already took that.
Yeah,
thing,
she has everyone's in the school. Damn ginger. Oh no, I probably offended some gingers. Oh, I mean, I did it again. Shit, ginger.
How dare you?
I'm awesome. I love myself.
All right. Do you want to talk a little bit of Croyler's Corner, or do you want to bring up anything else before we go?
I think we're good. I think Croyler's Corner should go.
All right. I got a couple other things I'll talk about on the next podcast then.
Well, yeah, it's probably good.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, they're going to be long. I don't want to be here all damn day. Just half the damn day.
Yay.
Yay.
And I thought you had it ready, but quite obviously
I did, but my phone went, oh, you're not using this right now. I think I'll just close it out. All right.
That's probably all the porn on there.
It is.
It just makes it do weird things.
Right. All right. Croyler's Corner. So, I just heard the last podcast, episode 28, and I wanted to touch on a few points for this segment of Croyler's Pro Tip.
What an asshole.
Every time, really, bro? Really?
Oh, yeah.
All right, it's cool.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
This time he did it much smarter because he put it in the freaking read.
First, on the topic of acai. It's wonderful, and if you haven't tried, well, that explains quite a bit, including your BJJ ability. As acai, helps your jiu-jitsu ability, although you guys, in particular, may be beyond help.
That's accurate.
That's
right on point.
I'm not mad.
I'm hurt.
Little mad, yeah.
But yeah.
All right. Second, on the topic of the Gracie diet, well, it's a very difficult diet to follow in the Midwest. I'm going to go with impossible, but your words. But
it's your story, bro.
But it's worth the effort. Vehemently disagree. The idea of the diet is to teach your body to optimize the food digestion so it can most efficiently absorb and utilize the nutrients in them.
So you eat berries?
I'm going to need... No, I don't want more information because I'm just going to disagree with it. I'm just going to go ahead and say no.
No,
that's not how life
bro.
works. Yeah. Third, if my father-in-law cannot pull a 747 with that tape, I'll be very disappointed.
Well, you can't.
You shall not be disappointed. You just pull any 747 with your father-in-law's hands.
It doesn't. They don't even have to be attached to him, evidently.
No, I'm sure if you go to an airport and say, "Hey, look, I got an experiment."
Just hold up tap tape. It's like a badge.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll
you know
get
what?
you in.
You know what? They know because people do it all the time. So if you just go and you just hold up a tab tape, you're like, "Oh, you want the 747, don't you?" Yes, I do.
I do. We have an extra one of those.
The rope is already attached. So there you go. You will not be disappointed. Speaking of tap tape. Fourth,
love tap tape.
the delay in my pro tips was due to me having to figure out how to write them in crayons so that you both can stumble less through reading them. If you butcher this again, I'll have to start using drawings and pictures to get the message through.
That should have been a go-to.
Yeah.
You've met us.
Right, yeah, how many times you got to meet us before you go to that?
Yeah. Pictures, drawings, yeah.
What the hell? Jeez.
You go much past a drawing, we're lost.
Yeah. You're saying we're the dumb ones? It took you this long to figure that out? Shit.
Your expectations should have been much lower.
Exactly. Fifth, I think the overall point of this pro tip and this last episode was that I was able to submit Kip from a distance without him even attending my class.
Yeah, asshole. I'm still kind of hurt.
That was actually pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, nice team effort too, dickheads.
That, ladies,
Don't tell Kip shit.
That, ladies and gents, is black belt level shit. It was funny.
That was pretty.
It was
good.
really fun. I'm a fan of the fact that your wife didn't even say shit.
Oh, she's such
like
an
that,
asshole.
That made me happy.
That did not make me happy.
I like when you like, hey, how was class? Silence.
Yeah, you just gave up.
Silence.
You're like, if I say anything else, I'm going to tell him.
I would just change the subject 1,000 times before I said anything.
No, you did worse. You literally waited a day, and they were like, so what you up to?
That was easier. That was actually easier. I was waiting for more input from you, and you just like, you must have asked other people, and then got the idea very quickly. Oh, I will never know what this was about.
Yeah, I just kind of gave up.
Yeah.
Like I said, figured everyone hated me.
Well, at least you know one thing.
Corella hates me?
Yes.
All right.
And
moving on.
As far as the actual pro tip, well, there is no cheating hard work. With that said, when is Nicole and Nick taking over? Soon. Do
you see he's trying to get rid of you now?
Shit, I didn't. God damn it.
Yeah, he's trying to get both of us, dude.
All right, I get.
He texts me, he goes, so when are both of you being replaced? I'm like, son of a bitch.
I'm going to Tai Chi push hands the fuck out of that man next time he's up for a seminar.
Oh, so you're going to tickle him. That'll be good.
I mean, whatever works. On a serious note, though, just as you guys have worked on this podcast and have been improving, anyone can improve in their jiu-jitsu if they work hard at it. Push hands, just kidding, through the plateaus and continue your growth throughout your journey. Attaboy, Kip.
It was good all the way to the end. Don't like it anymore. 2 points at the end were me. Journey and that he submitted me from
afar. Where
the hell was I? Oh, I was at work.
You were at work.
Yeah.
Yeah, you couldn't call in dead one day? Really? Come on, Kip. One day.
No.
Yeah, well, whatever. Got to make that money.
Yeah, I didn't really have an option. Pretty new there. Yeah. I was in my first 90 days. Well, I wasn't. Now I'm just making shit up to make myself look good.
You know what I want to know about Plateaus? Not to absolutely cut you off.
Yeah,
Actually,
I was talking about Plateaus.
Actually, why don't you go ahead and finish your story?
No, I'm done now. I don't even remember what I was talking about.
Because I actually feel a little bad about that one. All the other ones, not so much. This one in particular, yeah, I'm like, oh, wow, that was a dick move. That was a dick move.
I was going nowhere good.
So the Croiler Pro Tip talks about pushing through plateaus. In your opinion, how many days a week should you train to push through plateaus? Like, do you think that you have to train more than twice a week to get better? Or do you think that's just like homeostasis shit? Like, you're just going to kind of maintain a level? Because some people have different views on that. Like, I think the progress is slower for sure.
Well,
like
yeah, just because you have less exposure.
I think you'll have plateau feelings when you train twice a week and somebody else trains 3 times a week.
Yeah.
Because it feels like they're progressing faster. Because they are.
Well, yeah.
But you can only give what you can give. Because you got full-time job, and you got wife, and you got kids, and any other hobbies.
Or
and
if
family,
you have another wife that's obsessed with jiu-jitsu.
Right. Well, yeah, but that just means that you got to take care of the kids. That's all that means.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, somebody's got to pick them up. Somebody's got to feed them that night. So, yeah, it kind of takes away from my time.
So, yeah, it's an interesting conundrum in my mind.
And it is interesting because in my experience, for me, when Jen wasn't doing it, she wanted me home with her more.
Right.
Rightfully so.
Yeah.
Like, if she's free, I should want to hang out with my family. I mean, it's not as fun as jiu-jitsu, but whatever. And but now, like, I still don't get to go because I want her to be more interested in it.
Yeah,
and she is, and she dove like I love it. Like, if I could go every day, I would.
Yeah, if I could do this for a living, it'd be my shit.
I would do it all the time
for sure.
But she just she went balls deep in this.
That a boy, good words.
And
good words.
And she just. But I don't want to take that away from her. But guess what? It takes away a little bit from me.
Yep. To be fair, I'm
happy
exactly
about that
like you
shit,
are.
By the way,
if my wife decided she wanted to do it and she was just like your wife, I would sacrifice my time for her because I think it's more important for them than it is for me.
Yeah, and
knowing how important it is to me personally.
Exactly, and also, my wife and I have always struggled to have similar hobbies. With each other, we could give a crap less. But it's more like just to have hobbies. And my wife always struggles because her hobbies, she had to travel to do because she loves hiking. And not a lot of people want to hike with her. Don't know why. But
it's hard.
Yeah, and she does intense hikes. She goes,
Oh, she would love my mystic hike then.
Yes.
Like
she would.
That stuff that takes Chad 2 days to do that I did like in a day. That hike, yes.
Well, that's because you're freaking ADD and you just want to go home.
I don't want to sleep in the woods.
Yeah, that's why. And nothing to do with their skill level.
All I'm saying is it takes him 2 days and it takes me like 7 hours. I just wanted to throw that out.
I can't wait till he chokes you out. Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Yeah,
and
but it won't be till Monday.
Yeah, I don't think it. Yeah, it won't because you won't hear it tomorrow.
Then he'll forget.
Choke him on Monday.
No, he won't.
No, he won't. He's pretty good at remembering this shit. When he quotes me and makes me look like a jackass.
Just for the love of everything holy, don't heel hook me.
Heel hook him. And so, but yeah, it's that's a good one. Like, is only going 2 days a week even good enough to get where you want to go?
Yeah.
Like, if you have a goal of being, let's say, a purple belt, like that's your goal.
Yeah, how many
years is that going to take you going 2 days a week? Well, because that's all the time you have.
Well, they say typically...
And occasionally, like a seminar when it's available.
Well, they say typically 2 years per belt, right? 2 years to get your blue, 2 years to get your purple, and so on. They say that's the average. Yeah, it takes an average of 10 years to get your black, and here's, So, yeah, sometimes they say like a year and a half to get your purple or your blue, a year and a half for your purple, 4 years for your brown, whatever.
Yeah. But it all works out to 2 a year.
Exactly.
I gotcha.
But is that based on 2 days a week or 3 days a week? Because that is a big difference if you're talking over 10 years.
Well, yeah, if you look over 10 years, that's like a year.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a friggin' year.
It's a third less training time, really. So, yeah, what is the expectations? Or
I love when we bring up things we have zero answers to.
Well, no, but I want to get emails and bring it up. So, this is a unique podcast because we're not the professionals. we have our own questions. We're on our own journey.
Stop it.
And you know what I mean? It's fun that way because we're learning as we go.
Yeah, for sure.
We're kind of bringing them on our path with us.
God, you hate me.
Yes, I do.
You fucking hate me, don't you? Asshole. But
no, I would like to get other people's answers. I would like to get other people's conundrums that they're in, how much they can train. I'd love to hear from Chad. I'd love to hear from Croyler on what's hours a week time frame for how many years. Like, what's the expectations, or what's the average, if you will?
I think, or what's their goal for
what's
people?
Their goal, yeah.
I know everyone's going to be different, but on generalities, what's your goal for somebody that comes twice a week and takes it seriously enough to be, what would you call it? Competent? Yeah, that's a good word for it. To be competent at what you're doing.
Yeah, it's kind of like 2 days a week. It's part of your life, right? You're in the jiu-jitsu lifestyle, but you're also not all about that jiu-jitsu lifestyle because it's twice a week. Like, the jiu-jitsu lifestyle, to me, is people like Chad and Justin and Croyler and Morgan. That's the jiu-jitsu lifestyle.
Like Ben wants to be that way too.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
But then you got like the grappling dads that this is part of our lives and we love it and we wish we could do it more, but it's just not. It's not in the cards. So
it's just not. Yeah, like our podcast, when we do it, doesn't even come till after the gym would be closed because why? I got to get home. I got to get kids home.
Right.
Then I got to go. Oh, I haven't eaten any dinner. I'm gonna eat M&Ms with caramel in the middle and go to Paul's house.
Yeah.
And
those
go to the studio.
Ones?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're not going home with those.
Those are freaking legit, dude.
Fight to the death.
All right.
We'll YouTube it. But yeah, could you think you could be, okay, so more questions, Croyler. Could somebody become a black belt going 2 days a week for 10 years?
Not a chance.
That's what I would think, too.
I would think not a chance.
I
just don't think you would have enough experience.
I also want to know. So I watch jiu-jitsu videos, as does, I think, everybody else.
Yes, love them.
And people do these moves that I'm going, I don't think I could ever do that just based on my body can't do that. So
yeah, like the triangle thing on you.
Do you have to have a certain level of flexibility or
I don't think so on that.
Mobility to become a black belt?
Or are you saying more if I can't accomplish X, Y, and Z basic moves just because my knee won't do that or shoulder won't do that? How do am I still going to excel or...
Will I be a legitimate black belt if I can't move my knees enough to do a triangle or omoplatas, or if I can't invert at all? You know what I mean? Now,
It's a really interesting question because you would think it would be a really obvious, of course you can. But then you think about it a little harder, you're like, maybe not.
So I get, so Helio, right? He was a red belt and he was 85. I'm sure he couldn't do stuff with his body 85 years old that he could when he was 20. But when he got his black belt, I'm sure he could do all that stuff. So
you would think.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if there's different expectations.
Yeah, he was rolling until he was like 90 something.
But yeah, I'm sure at a point he could do more than I could ever dream of.
Oh, I would think so. Obviously,
but I don't know that for sure.
I can guarantee that.
Yeah, right. I think it's just a fun question. That's all.
I think it is a fun question. That's your question too. That was yours. That's a good one.
Bam. Winning at life.
Answers. Give them. We don't know them.
I'll read them eloquently.
I will read them
butcheringly,
like a mildly dyslexic.
Mildly?
Completely dyslexic monkey.
Dyslexic, right.
That'll be me.
Yeah, Kip is like a well-dressed monkey, if you will.
With a beard. That Paul can't grow.
Yeah.
Suck it.
On that note, tap tape. If you don't know about tap tape yet, go to grapplingdads.com. Stuff we like. Order tap tape. And everything else on that page because it's all awesome. But mostly tap tape. You need that in your life.
Mostly tap tape?
Extremely tap tape.
All I think about is tap tape?
Yep. It's fun.
Give me that tap tape.
If you don't want barbarian wizard fingers, you need that tap tape.
Do you want me to try to read one?
Yeah, I do.
This is going to be fucking bad.
Do your best, Kip. You can just hand the phone over if you want me to read it.
Well, let's see what I can do.
All right.
Because I've read these before, but I don't think that's going to help.
Probably not. Go.
Okay, and now a word from our sponsor. It says sponsors. Sponsor. Singular. Did you know that over 99% of people who do jiu-jitsu have hands?
No.
That's above me. I don't get that. Most of the people I seem to roll with are stumps. Well, You know. You know.
Did you not read this first?
I did, actually, and I just lost my place. But, well, you know. Hands typically have fingers, and fingers are the smallest.
Well, now you know.
Yes.
But whatever, keep reading. This is great.
What is it? It's well, now you know.
Now you know. Not
Yes.
know you know.
Now you know. Yeah.
Sorry, Mike.
No, actually, no. Hey, Mike.
Does it mean
KNOWYOU KNOW is know you know.
Because you didn't know what it was supposed to say?
It doesn't matter. I read it.
I shit.
And I moved past it wonderfully. But did you see that it is know you know? Well, yeah, that didn't help.
I'm dying.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Wasn't I the one coughing? So
I'm wrecked over here.
anyways, hands typically have fingers, and fingers are the smallest manipulable joints on our bodies. Cartilage itself doesn't have nerve endings, so you probably don't even know it's being damaged until your fingers start popping or you feel pain. By that time, there is a good chance that the pain you are feeling is actually your bones rubbing up against each other. That sounds horrible.
That's what I got.
Yes, you do. Proper taping, diet, and technique are essential. I have none of those.
Not the Gracie diet, though.
No,
I don't think that'll help you.
Fuck acai berries.
Acai.
Jesus. You can find tutorials on tap tape on YouTube, on proper X taping, and you can pick up tap tape on Amazon. Amazon? I said that.
No, you can pick it up on grapplingtips.com.
Which will
lead you to Amazon, but then we'll get 4
whatever.
cents.
We'll get 3 to 4 cents. And use the tape, get the tap. Still like that.
I do like that. That hasn't been accurate for me, but I can pull a 747.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. Proven. I'm like the Bill Nye, the science guy of jiu-jitsu, grappling tape. So I've done it.
What the hell? I don't even know.
I tried to be funny and I failed. All right, just move on.
Well, you confused me, so that was good. But yep. And finally, our last sponsor, Go Paul.
Who's our last sponsor?
We have 2.
Chad.
Hit my head with Mike.
Black Lion Jiu-Jitsu Academy. It's on 131.
Oh my God, you still don't know the address.
No, I don't. And 68th Street.
It's almost better that we don't say it. No. Oh gosh, what did he call us the first time when we got it wrong? I'm pretty sure he was like, "Hey morons, you can Google it."
Tweedledum. You know,
both right.
There was a time that you Googled it and you got the wrong fucking address. So don't give us that shit. All right.
That is true.
Yeah, so
you get the old gym address.
You only corrected it because we didn't know. But now we do. Go ahead.
We do. 701 68th Street Southwest.
Get your train on.
Get your train on.
Come roll with us. Who doesn't want to choke us out? Honestly, who doesn't want to choke us out?
And I mean, seriously,
especially
you're
after this
listening
show.
to us.
After this shit show, yeah,
Oh,
people are going to want to wreck
bring
us.
it.
Yeah.
I'll just let you do it.
You don't have a choice. You're just a white belt.
Just a white belt. I'm going to get him a fucking t-shirt made, and it's going to be awesome.
Somebody make him a patch.
Well, how long you been a white belt? 37 years.
Yeah, my whole career.
Why are you still here? I don't know. But, yeah, Black Lion, come check us out. Byron Center, Michigan, 39315? Yes. I don't know, but yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, good job.
And come check us out. We'd love to have you come choke us.
Yes, remember, like us, follow us, share us.
And keep listening.
Grab Grandma's phone. On that note.
Grab Grandma's phone.
Best part of the show coming up.
The music.
The music.
Music director Steve.
See ya.
See ya.